Hello, I'm here with Carzzy after a 2-0 solid victory against GIANTX in week one. Carzzy, I feel like even though you guys overplayed onslaught twice, overall you were looking much better when it comes to tempo, controlling the pace of the game and everything. But I also feel like your top side kinda stole the show to you today. How do you feel after today's matches overall?
No, I felt really happy because after a change, I feel like as a team it started to be a lot easier for us to play together and like make plans, and there is like way less chaos in the game and everyone is on the same page, which wasn't happening before. So I think that helps a lot. I think that my top laner and mid laner started playing a lot better, and my jungler especially started playing way better than he was before. And I feel like bot lane is like way harder than when I was playing with Hilly,
Okay.
but yeah, well, it could have been seen today. We were kind of struggling on the bot lane department. I think it was Nisqy's first competitive game as support, so it was like quite chaotic, or like not chaotic, but like stressed. I'd say that
Yeah.
he doesn't really know like the limits and what to do. And then I was thinking if I have to like tell him or help him, but then it was kind of hard matchup in the second game for us on bot lane, so
Yeah. Two
it
range.
was, yeah, so we were just losing. I'm happy that my top side played really well though.
And
I can rely on them.
you just said that your top side started to playing better with those changes. How do you see like what's the reason behind that change of way to play for your top side?
I think that it's literally that the change of support, because the scrims are way better now, and I think they can be more like confident in calling, making their own calls, and
Okay.
people following it, and they can practice more in scrims because the scrims are just better quality now. So I think they gain confidence from that to play well on stage.
I have to come back, especially on those moves and on this off season for you. You've shared the rift with Eli for 2 years now, right? And was it hard for you when you first learned that you'll be separated from now on? And how did you kind of handle and process it all?
When I learned it, I was set for Hilly, but I knew that some changes to happen, otherwise this team is gonna be doomed.
Okay.
So I was set for Hilly because I really like him. He's my good friend, and I think that me and him were playing really well together when it came to laning phase and like playing 2v2 together. I think that we were probably almost. I think we were one of the best, like top two, top three for most of the year from like pure 2v2. So I was sad about this, that it's gonna be way more difficult for me now that Hilly leaves when it comes to laning and stuff. But I knew like that the team needs some change, and I just like I went with it.
Okay. And I guess so. You said a lot that the 2v2 will be harder and everything, and I guess you had to kind of take on that role with Nisqy to like learn him the 2v2 matchups, how to play the laning phase, how to play the transition to mid game. Um, how did you manage to endorse that new role for you? And actually, is Nisqy a good student so far?
I think that sometimes I'm trying to help him way too much and like micromanage him, which can create more
Mm.
negative influence than the positive. So I have to be a little bit of aware of that. I'm I'm really allergic to like getting stomped and losing lane. So sometimes I can be over eager when it comes to this, and I can like force him to do some stuff in scrims, or like tell him what to do, like hard force it, which is not good for him since it decreases the amount of his self learning.
Yeah.
So I need to be quite aware of this. And I think he's doing pretty well for like an autofill player who's playing support for like 1.5 months or 1 month, something like that. I think that he's doing really well.
And a question for the curious Vitality fans, because Nisqy is very vocal about scrims on Twitter and everything. Is he actually like sharing random scrim results, or is it actually pretty accurate?
No, he's like no, it's accurate result
Okay, okay.
that
So
he's sharing.
everything he's sharing is like 100% accurate.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
okay, okay. Nice to know. And to talk about you individually, I feel like in the recent years it came down a lot on either you 1v9 or either maybe sometimes you kind of run it. And especially, I think it all come down also to Illy playstyle, right? Do you think playing on the edge has always been like your philosophy on how the game should be played as an AD carry?
I mean, I really like playing on the edge because I dislike staying back and letting my team carry, or like just watching and waiting for the right opportunity. I also want to create these opportunities for myself, or for like other teammates, because usually AD carry just waits for their team to create the space, or like get the people to low, or like make them use spells. But I also like doing it as an AD carry. Make people use spells on me, or like get them in bad position by engaging on me and stuff like this. You know, I enjoy it way more than playing the old traditional way, or like the most common way the AD carries do. I think it brings more excitement to the viewers as well, so I just like it that way.
Okay, fair
But
enough.
it's like way riskier, and I think it's way too risky, you know. And some of the plays are like, it looks really bad, really shit if it goes wrong.
Okay, okay. You've also experienced many highs and many lows since leaving Lions in 2021. How do you look back on your LDC career so far? And are you proud of what you achieved? Also, are you still confident that you can be able to stay on the top of the region's AGC despite the recent setbacks, but also the new addition of Nisqy as your support?
I mean, I think I'm quite happy about my LEC career because of like I've won 3 times, which is quite unusual for people
Especially for
to win
someone
three
that never
times.
played with caps.
Yeah, usually if you don't play with cups, you don't win that many times. I think Casey have really good roster to do it this time around, because I think that G2 roster got a lot weaker. So I think that Casey might do what we did in 2021, where they win all the splits
Okay.
back to back to back. Um, I mean, I think from my choices and stuff, I'm happy because I always chose like the people and where I can, in my opinion, perform the best, or like it's the biggest challenge for me, and that's what I was looking for most of the times. So I'm quite happy, and I'm gonna stay. I feel like I'm gonna stay on top, like top four, and as long as I stay in Alice, I will always be top four AD carry at least.
Okay. Now that you got to practice much with that new roster and see where you are at with scrims and everything, what are your ambitions for this split? Would you say it's realistic for you guys to actually win it all in the end?
I mean, depends how fast Nisqy improves. I think if Nisqy improves fast, I legit think we can win the split.
Okay.
If he improves slower, then I think top four. Let's see how fast of a learner he is, you know.
Okay. And so far, you told me he was a pretty good student, so maybe it's possible.
Yeah.
Do you have a message to the fans before we close the interview?
I'd like to thank you all for supporting us, and I think that you guys are going to you guys are gonna enjoy watching Team Vitality this time around with Nisqy, because it's gonna be content after content.
Yeah, I saw you guys were pretty much more active in social medias and stuff. Thank you very much, Carzzy. Good luck for the rest of the split, and hope you guys will make it and Nisqy will improve fast.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Take care.
Thank you.
Bye
Bye
bye.
bye.